Hi, I'm Ashley, and this is the corner of the internet where I talk about my knitting and spinning. Today is Sunday, and me and my boyfriend, Angel, are going up to Boulder, Colorado to spend a nice day going to a coffee shop and maybe getting some food there. While I'm up there, I'm going to be working on the Carl Johan sweater by Knitting for Olive. It is in this book, and I'm excited to knit something else from this. I did knit another garment in this book, and this is going to be the second one that I'm going to knit. The Carl Johan sweater is a well-fitted, long turtleneck, contiguous shoulder seamed sweater construction, and I decided to use some Amano Ekopuna, which is a 100% alpaca yarn, and I got this absolutely gorgeous natural black color. So this is undyed. This is the natural color of the alpaca, and I am so in love. So I'm really excited to knit something in a very dark black natural color, and it is so soft. So I have already started and almost completed the turtleneck collar here. I think I have about half an inch left. So I'm just going to be working on this while I'm up there. We're going to a really cute coffee shop called Suti. It is a Scandinavian inspired coffee shop up in Boulder. It is so beautifully designed. The layout is so beautiful inside of this coffee shop. They have great coffee as well as delicious cake that they make in-house. So we're probably going to enjoy some of that. I might pop into a yarn shop that's up there that actually carries quite a bit of Knitting for Olive, which is really exciting. So we might peek in there, and we'll have to decide where we're gonna eat up there. We might grab a bite to eat.
Beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, moved G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword. Swinging blades at these scrubs. Bitches flock like bugs to the light. Getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top, bullshitting. All I needed was a mic. Yeah. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight. Don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can. Our days are all numbered. Rain could cause thunder, but the sun comes after, clearing up the disaster.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like, yeah.
I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I finally lived to be the guy that I was dying to be. Still I got some trust issues, people lie through their teeth. The more I grew, the more they hide in the crease. Squad building, weak members get released. If we trying to compete, starting pitchers need relief. Bro, we building a team, everybody got a niche. I've been known to play mine to a T, but it's time for me to lead. Picking dirt right out the cleats. Steep path, roadblocks in the streets, trying to knock me off my feet, cause the devil never sleeps. So I don't sleep too, and trying to breach safes that I didn't have the keys to. We all been victims of trauma we ain't agreed to, but the sun comes after, starting up a new chapter.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like, yeah. Isn't it lovely?
Hey, so it's a few days later. Me and Angel had a wonderful time up in Boulder, Colorado, where I got to knit on the start of my Carl Johan sweater, which is a pattern by Pernille Larson of the Knitting for Olive. And as you saw, me and Angel walked to one of my favorite coffee shops, and I ended up getting a oat milk caramel apple matcha, which is so delicious. It has been so beautiful here in Colorado, just gloomy and rainy and chilly and all the fall feels, and that has prompted me to be able to wear several of my knitted sweaters. This is the Oslo sweater by Petite Knit, which I knitted with the Ekopuna by Amano, which is an 100% alpaca yarn, and I held that along with a Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair. And this is the finished object. It's super beautiful with this wide ribbed collar, super warm and cozy, so soft, and just a wonderful staple for this type of weather. Yesterday, I ended up wearing my Bluebird sweater by Ronya Hakalekto. And this is a round yoke sweater, and I just love how it fits on me. And I was just super inspired by the color work. And so I decided to shift gears on my Carl Johan sweater. One of the best things about being a creative or creating something is letting inspiration take you into different directions. And so I did finish the ribbed turtleneck collar for the Carl Johan sweater. So here it is. I am knitting this with the same yarn as this, but in a different color. So this is the Amano 100% alpaca wool Ekopuna. So both of these are a undyed 100% alpaca wool. Absolutely gorgeous. And I got this really beautiful dark, almost black color. And I was inspired by both the color work sweater of the Bluebird sweater and this sweater, in the sense that I have quite a bit left over of this yarn in my stash, and I thought that both of these would pair so lovely together for a color work sweater. So I'm gonna shift gears, and I was highly considering knitting another of the Bluebird sweaters by Rana Hakoleto, just because the color work motif is so gorgeous, the fit is awesome. That still might be an option for me, but I have wanted to knit the Alpine Paka, the Alpine Paka jumper by Saskia & Co. It's a beautiful round yoke sweater, and it has actual motifs of alpaca on it. And me being half Peruvian, it has such a Peruvian like look to it. A lot of Peruvian jumpers, especially in the Andes, and if it's made with alpaca, usually have or oftentimes can have a alpaca motif on it, and it is just so beautiful. So I ended up looking on Amazon, and I noticed that the price of the book has dropped since it was first released. I think it started out at like, around maybe $35 to $50, and it's down to like $20. So I went ahead and bought it, and it's gonna be here in a couple of days. And I'm gonna go ahead and shift gears and create a beautiful color work sweater out of this absolutely stunning alpaca yarn. But like I said, I'm gonna see where the wind takes me here in a couple of days once I get the book and kind of look through it, see if I can get to the number of stitches needed in order to complete that motif, or I might just stick to the bluebird because I can easily modify this so that it will turn into a bluebird sweater. And along with that, I have been working on my Marielle sweater. This is what it's looking like. I had already joined under the underarms and in the round, and I decided to go ahead and finish up the collar so that that's out of the way and I can see where it's actually going to sit on my body before I figure out the length of how long I want the garment to be. So I am currently knitting a double folded collar band. That's why it's so long. There is directions to create a type of fold in the fabric so that it can fold down easier. So I'm just going to finish that up before I continue on with the body. I won't bother with the arms until later, or the sleeves until later, just because since this is a drop shoulder construction, I don't think adding sleeves is going to change the way the garment is going to sit on my body that much. But this is such a lovely pattern and I am so loving this wool. It is so light, so beautiful. The color is fantastic. So this is the Hillesvåg fingering weight yarn. I think it's called Filje, and it's in this beautiful ochre color. So I have both Yaku and Chango with me. As you can hear probably in the background, Yaku is munching away at some food. But I think I'm just gonna hang out on my patio, enjoy this weather some more, and do some knitting on my hammock before I go into work tonight. So that's all I have for you guys in this week's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Make sure to get some crafting done, and I'll see you guys on the next one.